This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so I know Jim Jones is happy. He got all the responses he wanted. That podcast served perfectly. When he was talking about Camron, he talked about Dame Dash. He got the response he wanted. This is what Jim Jones does. He used to do this every couple years, but now he's making it a yearly thing to beef with Camron. Ever since they lost Versus, he wants to beef with Camron yearly, maybe a couple times a year. Okay, so Camron took his last shot here in their little quarrel. He says, just trying to help, and he puts up a way to build a fire and a trash can to keep warm because they're saying Jim Jones doesn't have any heat in his facility. Of course, this is what transpired today. How are you worried about me when your heat is off and your rent is due? Camron said, heard it was 7 degrees in the Bronx last night. This is where Jim Jones' facility is. Freaky Zeke laughed at it. And then Jim Jones responded to Freaky Zeke by saying, you soft. Lavish P Life says, people cold out here. That's why they be in them snowsuits when they're recording. We already talked about all that earlier. Lavish P Life recently says, I've been asleep all day. It's a lot going on. 50 Cent said, Jomo in the cold ain't paying his bills again. My son Camron got a video of Jomo trying to rig the heating system. And then, of course, 50 Cent reposted a bunch of this stuff of Camron and Jim Jones going back and forth. Camron feeling bad for Jim Jones because he can't stay warm. Now, listen, all this is good for Jim Jones because, and Camron even engaging with it is positive for Jim Jones because Jim Jones needs the engagement. People don't care about Jim Jones. They don't listen to his music. They don't do anything. They care when he's dissing people. Same with Dame Dash. That's just how it is now, But of course, the history is there. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying right now, Jim Jones is like, I don't know, this only works really when you have a lot of great product out there. And Jim Jones just kind of puts out subpar product with the attention, if that makes any sense, Like, when Camron does certain things, he has good product with Mace. 50 Cent has good product. Dame Dash does not have any product. He has this streaming service that's not really that great. So anyways, Jim Jones puts up one last video and shows off his facility. And he says, thank you for the free promo. No, say thank you for engaging with me, guys, because if you guys had ignored me, nothing would have happened. So, what's this up?
Since I'm starting the year off at the top of your Explorer, are you not entertained?
Now, don't call Jim Jones a genius or anything. If you go out, if you're a top artist and you go out and beef with somebody, it's going to get on all the blogs, okay? If Ludacris woke up tomorrow and said FTI and tore him down, he'd be on all the blogs. It's not a genius move. It's kind of like sacrificial. If you want to think you're sacrificing your relationships with people. If I was Camron, I would never be friends with Jim Jones again. I think he has enough respect for Jim Jones where he doesn't want to see him poor, So Jim Jones poured a lot of money into this facility. He has investors, and it has to work. If it doesn't work, it's a wrap.
Since everybody want to put my business in the street, I'm going to talk to you about my business. Right now, I am in the second phase of construction. We're not open to public. This is a raw space. I have not found out yet what I want to do exactly in the space, but in my mind, I was thinking of building like a little mart, but we'll see how that goes. Pull up, though. Show you what we'll be doing. I'm building a multi-purpose content creation facility for media.
He's building weird stuff in there, like a store, a barbershop. That's cool stuff to look at, but it should just be a bunch of podcast studios or filming studios. Things where people can rent and you can generate revenue. Having a store in there, what's that going to do? A barber shop? Nobody's going to keep coming through for the barber. I'm telling you, man. It's just not smart thinking. Have you ever seen, like, those salon places where it's like, it's just a bunch of salons and they rent out all the rooms and it's just a bunch of salons next to each other, right? That's very big. In the past, like, 10, 15 years, they built these massive salon. They'll take like a space that LA Fitness used to be in and just room them all out. There'll be like 50 salons in one area and they rent them all out. You could do that with a space like this where you rent it out to have people have recording rooms, filming rooms, podcast rooms. Like a WeWork almost. But he's not doing that. He's doing like a fantasy factory.
Fashion, music, and broadcasting. We have a boutique in here. A boutique. We almost finished the loading, almost fresh. The barbershop. That'll be done. Come on with it. I love free promo. As you can see, it's an open space. This is actually a studio. It's almost done. One side. It's gutted right now, so don't hold nothing against me. Show you. Little construction. Old shit coats paper. You heard? I don't want nobody to think I'm in here. You know what I mean? It's crazy because what we doing? The young boys usually be back there. The young boys don't feel no temperature. All they feel is opportunity. They still be here working in the midst of us working. So we still in the midst of construction. Got a few things we're gonna be doing out here. We'll be another studio we putting over here. Bodega.
A bodega.
Nice little fun street to film on, do broadcast. It's not even half of it. We got a whole nother half to film on. But what I'm trying to say is I've been happy to be able to invest in myself and something that I know is going to help a lot of other people. I'm not building this facility for myself. Yes, it is a business move. That's why I invested in myself. Mm-hmm. But I'm building this facility for all creators and young ones that's trying to come up to be a creative or have a creative ability that they want to know how to double down on. It's like an excellent school for all the fly people, if you say so yourself. So, you know, I appreciate the promo. I love free promo. You know, I ain't gonna miss a beat. You did? It's cold in here.
It is cold. He has a thermal jacket on. He has a thermal jacket on. There's no heat in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Ray J was rushed to the hospital. I don't know what's going on with him. Prayers to him. Cardi B goes off again. She's going on a tangent, guys.
Somebody say, wait, why did Jesse Wu say that Cardi B had a revenge baby? A revenge on what? Revenge on what? On who? These bitches just be saying shit because what is their revenge baby? Do you think that I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna have a baby because I'm gonna have revenge on what, bitch? On my ex-husband, bitch? I don't need to have a baby for revenge, baby. My whole life is revenge. My money is revenge. My career is revenge. My album is revenge. Me not dying over a nigga is revenge. Me having freedom is revenge. You know why? You know why I kept my baby? Because I love my baby, and me and my man made that baby with fucking love, bitch. We was fucking down till it stank. Somebody said, fucking everywhere, bitch. And I'm a grown woman, bitch. I make my fucking own decisions. If I wanted to keep my baby, I kept my baby. And me and my man love our baby. Ain't no fucking revenge. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Jesse Wu is another hating ass bitch. You know this dumb bitch said? Remember when I told you? What's that nigga that me and Chef used to work with? The long nigga, he was African? Jay. This bitch gonna fucking say, no, it was B-Hop. This bitch gonna fucking say that it's like, B-Hop said that in order, bitch, shut the fuck up. You always fucking lying about some shit. That nigga make that motherfucker laugh, showing all his 32 teeth. The fuck?
Thank you so much for the super chat. She got.
All right. Geez, she watches everything. Anybody that hates on Cardi B, she watches them. She responds to everything.
Somebody say, wait.
Anyways, it's her right. Kodak Black, this is Boosie on a new song, Christmas Eve. He basically says, F Boosie's hating on me because I'm young and getting money and da-da-da-da-da. Boosie is selective. He's selective. Christmas Eve, he says, on the record, Parshas at Boosie, saying, look down on him for getting money and moving forward on how he wanted, referencing backlash over a song with Tekashi. Kodak claims he's up more bread, says Boosie doesn't move like a real OG. The song wasn't that good, I'm going to be honest with you. But Boosie finds out his sentencing, I think it's like today. I think. Let's see. Boosie court date. Let's see. Oh, no, it's the 9th. So Friday. Friday, we'll find out if Boosie's going to do 2 years. I don't know if they take him then or if he has time to get his affairs in order. Former owner of Zeta Kicks LLC, Michael Malgazeta, was sentenced to federal prison 70 months in order to pay $15 million or forfeit $15 million in assets. So he was arrested for like money laundering and stuff like that. And he was running some weird scheme with these shoes. I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. So he orchestrated a massive fraud, left sneaker customers with over $65 million in unfulfilled orders, defrauded banks of more than $15 million. He collected pre-orders for rare sneakers such as limited edition Nikes, Air Jordans, while knowing he could not fulfill them. So this was a quick case. I just remember, wasn't this just last year they arrested him? Let's see, he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Oh, his former chief financial officer, she was in on the scheme. He forfeited a Bentley, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, $7.5 million from the sale of Eugene, Oregon residence, hundreds of luxury bags, and expensive watches. Alrighty, well, that's that. And then we got, let's see, we got next. Damn, I thought I had this pulled up. Well, basically, Jay Diggs, he's from, here's his case right here. It says, since 10 years in prison, 5-year-old weed in cash seized in Oklahoma. And he's from the Bay Area. He was 4 counts for 3.5 pounds that allegedly weren't even his. 18 years, the judge reduced to 10, 4 concurrent, 6 consecutive, after hearing a testimony from his mother, but he's expected to serve about 3.5 years and will go to a camp instead of prison. His family is appealing. That's sad. Well, anyways, I appreciate you all. I hope you guys are having a great day. And, yeah, we'll get back to it in a few hours. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Let me know what you think about Jim Jones trying to get the attention of Camron and beef with him and 50 Cent and Dame Dash. Of course, Dame Dash is going to say something soon. He's probably recording the podcast as we speak because he said Dame Dash had no motion in Harlem. And it's going to be embarrassing for Jim Jones because Dame Dash is just going to highlight all the lame stuff Jim Jones does. That's all he's going to do. He doesn't have to prove himself because he started Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z. So, and they signed Camron and gave Dipset a machine. So, he because Jim Jones was claiming, he had nothing to do with Dipset and our motion. He had a lot to do with it, and Camron always credits him for it. So Jim Jones is just being Jim Jones. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button for me. I'll check you on the next one. Peace.